So I'm back today with another video, and basically what I wanted to do is show how you can make framing or hang your pictures without actually taking your diamond painting to a shop to get it custom framed. And this is without using frames at all, and without using glass. Now, the first thing that I do have to indicate is that when you do a project like this, any kind of crafter's project, you have to know about how the dust is going to catch in and along any grooves or anything. Like these resins could be loaded with dust if you leave them exposed to the air. And I'm just using a ruler as a pointer here. But what I basically do is if I'm going to have a crafted project, I dust it all the time. I mean, I am really religious about keeping all of my projects dusted on a daily basis to preserve them so that they look good and they don't collect any dust. Now this here option is for any of these diamond paintings you'd like to do. And first of all, what I did is I started by, on the back, you have to measure out your picture. You get that thick stock card or poster board, but it has to be thick because you have to remember you are going to be hanging this and you need stability in order to hang it up, pick it up, and it have the stability to hang and lay flat against the wall. So you do need to make sure that it's thick enough to use it. Sometimes the puffy kind of poster board, that is ideal because it's lightweight and it's thick and it covers your surface 100%. So you can also use corrugated, just corrugated cardboard will work as well. Now I of course have in my stock of crafts, I have this white kind, and I cut mine down to measure the size of this here, the whole surface all the way out to the edge, because you need this stability. Then what I did is I mixed my paints. Of course you can just buy whatever kind of acrylic paint you'd like, and you can paint this outside edge here. Now I chose this here color here, which is kind of like a taupe, or a little bit of a tan color, and I went 2 shades darker to achieve this here. I did it by using brown and gray mixed together. Now you do have to put 2 generous coats over all of this because before the canvas was white, and it also has black and colored printing on it, giving the guide down the side and everything, the color guide. So that's what you need to do first. The next thing you need to do is you need to cover, to paint this here, you use, after it's dry, use that Mod Podge to preserve it. And now you can either go with the matte or you can go with the glossy. I chose to go with the matte, and actually it's a little bit wet right here in this corner and a tiny bit up here, it's still a little wet, so I'm being careful with it. Then with that board for the back, you make sure you cut it out to size. And also with the Mod Podge, you, after you've trimmed your edges, if there's any frays, definitely paint the edges and a little bit on the back so that you do not get fringe. It doesn't fray. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't fray. And so then basically, once you use, and I don't really suggest using the glue gun for this particular project of adhering the canvas onto it, because it just is difficult, and also you kind of get those hard they're kind of like stringy lines, you know, when you put it on. And also the glue dries very quickly, and it doesn't allow you to do a huge surface quick enough and to stay enough in order to do it properly. So I would suggest using maybe that 6000 or whatever kind of glue, you know, cement glue, something like that. You just paint it on basically, or you know, you squirt it on and you use a popsicle stick to spread it, and you get it all on the whole surface. Put your painting down. You can do it little by little and roll it down. Just paint, you know, some, roll it down, make sure it's flat, paint a little more, roll it down flat, and then you make sure it stays flat. You can put some books on top of it and let it dry overnight. That kind of thing will help work. And then it's ready for the ribbons. And basically what I did here is I just took the ribbon and I tucked it in on the back side. I did hot glue it on the back, and then I hot glued it here, which is fine. And then I found these among my items, and they're just the artificial flowers. And they have, this here is wire, so it worked so nicely just to be able to tuck it behind here, and it fits on just nice. And that's a nice accessory for it, and I'm going to hot glue those in place, but I just didn't do it yet because I wanted to show what you can do to embellish the painting. And then of course it is ready, and it's stable to be able to pick it up and hang it, so you don't have to worry about it having instability. And that's what you need definitely when you're going to place a hanger on your project. Now, there are several different other ways that I will be covering to do this do-it-yourself framing when you don't want to actually put it behind glass, and I will do those in a couple separate videos. So this is the first one, and I will get another video together in a short time. But this is one option that will work and looks good. Also, I think I did not mention that sometimes there are little grooves, because if they come folded, you will get some grooves in here. Basically how I took that out is before I actually adhered mine to my poster board matting, I flipped it over, and on a very cool iron I ironed just this area here from here up. I did not let it touch any of this area here where the resins are, because it will make the glue warm again, and these could either shift or they'll pop off and you'll have to try to glue them on, that kind of thing. So just with the iron, just in this area up here, I did iron it out, and all of that came out fairly nice. Okay, so that is it for this video, and I will come back with another one shortly.